Morning everyone, my name is Melissa and my group consists of Adam, Ellie, Chloe and Rachel. We are here to persuade RP students into joining us and helping the Haiti people because of an earthquake that happened in 2010. First, I'll be showing you two videos on what happened in Haiti and on the earthquake and why it happened.
Little warning, the magnitude 7.0 earthquake occurred on the Ligon Fault, just north of the Enriquillo Fault. The epicenter was only 16 kilometers from Port-au-Prince. Rupture initiated at 12 kilometers depth and progressed upward and to the west, reaching maximum fault displacement of 5 meters at 5 kilometers depth. Resulting ground shaking in Port-au-Prince was strong to severe, with liquefaction occurring in port areas and landslides affecting slopes. At least 52 felt aftershocks greater than magnitude 4.5 were recorded in the next 12 days. The human impact of the 2010 Haiti earthquake was horrendous, with estimates of at least 100,000 and possibly over 200,000 fatalities. Over 1 million people were left homeless. This earthquake was the fourth most lethal earthquake of any magnitude in the last 100 years and was 5 times more fatal than any historical magnitude 7 earthquake. Why was this? In a word, construction. Typical concrete and cinder block buildings can survive hurricane-force winds, but are extremely vulnerable to earthquake ground shaking. Many structures collapsed because the lightly reinforced or unreinforced concrete columns or masonry block walls could not support the heavy concrete slabs of floors and roofs. The ability of modern buildings, like this one across the street from the hospital, to withstand ground shaking virtually undamaged, demonstrates the effectiveness of earthquake-resistant design and construction. In addition to overcrowding, Haiti is the most impoverished nation in the Western Hemisphere. This, and the remoteness of the island, made cleanup a monumental task.
The quake struck just before dusk. Its power shook the densely populated capital, Port-au-Prince, to its core.
The shaking was severe and it went on for what I thought was quite a long time, but I guess was about 15, 20 seconds. It delivered one heck of a jolt, and I'm very pleased to have made through that. It was very scary.
Shoddy construction in this impoverished nation meant buildings toppled to the ground. A hospital was flattened. Even the presidential palace couldn't withstand the force.
What we're hearing now is quite a mixture of sounds. Some of it is obviously the distress and concern and grief of people, mixed with cheering, where obviously people are being pulled out of the rubble and saved.
The UN says it can't account for many of its staff after its mission headquarters were destroyed. Phone lines were disrupted, making it hard to learn the severity of the situation. The daylight is expected to bring signs of even more damage and many casualties.
There was very strong ground shaking in the vicinity of the fault, and unfortunately that area is very densely populated, so a large number of people were exposed to very strong ground shaking.
After the earthquake, many traumatized children in Haiti were found finding refuge in their schools, which was a part of our work after the earthquake. Organizations such as Save the Children and children NGOs Plan International have provided school in a large tents located in one of Haiti's many large camps and are working to provide food to treat the malnutrition. Furniture such as tables and chairs were salvaged from the old schools. Moreover, the tents being used to house temporary classrooms have plastic roofs, which allow in direct sunlight that is affecting children's eyes and might cause their eyes harm. Additionally, it might become a problem if it rains. Jean, a 13-year-old student at the camp, claims it is difficult to concentrate because he is hungry. This is what he said. "We don't have enough to eat. Sometimes when we find money, we buy food. Sometimes we don't find money and we don't have enough. I feel hungry when I come here." This shows that the earthquake has badly affected their daily lives and that they are starving every day.
Next, it is known that having healthcare and basic needs are important, especially since Haiti had been hit by a devastating earthquake. Healthcare and basic needs are even more crucial. A report about the earthquake in Haiti had stated that 250,000 residences and 30,000 businesses were either destroyed completely or severely damaged. In addition, many hospitals were deemed to be unusable, leading the survivors to roam out in the open without proper shelter or supplies for at least several days before they could get treated. Moreover, leading the millions of survivors to be relatively weak and injured when found. With proper health care, it ensures that the injuries of people are properly sanitized and taken care of. This suggests that both healthcare and basic needs are very essential, as they each have their own uses and advantages, including improving the health level and well-being of the people. Next, let us watch a video about the importance of basic needs.
Is the conditions that we have to work with when we are there?
The roads there are filled with debris and can get very dangerous. There is also a shortage of nurses, surgeons, and medical supplies. Therefore, the workload there is huge and may get very fast-paced. There is also loss of communication lines due to the failure of the electrical system, and therefore the people there can't really have contact with other people for that month.
In conclusion, after the devastating earthquake that hit Haiti, millions of people had been affected. Millions of people desperately needed healthcare services and necessities. Children needed support emotionally and physically. Therefore, we encourage everyone to lend a helping hand, as the more people that help, more people will be saved. Everyone can be part of this overseas volunteer program and make a huge positive impact on their lives.
So we hope you take Haiti's people into consideration and join us to help them. If you're interested in joining us, please contact us through this email, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you for your kind attention.